How you doing, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Toolbox TV. Trust you're all having a fantastic week. Now, as you can imagine, I get a number of emails over the course of any given week. They're from members, non-members, and of course potential members. And one of the recurring themes, or one of the recurring questions is, what would you do if you were starting all over again, James? In fact, one of them was worded a little bit stronger than that. It was sort of, it's all very well for you, James, you've got an established business and you're set up and you can afford to do this, that and the other, but what about somebody who hasn't got anything starting out? And the simple answer to that is, I did have to do that. There was a stage, as you guys know, where I was almost bankrupt and I had to start from scratch. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and exactly what you can do. And what I did at that time, luckily enough, I did have a computer, but you don't need to have one these days, as long as you have access to one. And of course, you have access to computers now in either coffee shops or in libraries. You can have free access to a computer in the library, which will have all of the software that you need to do what I'm about to say. Because the simple thing you do is you go and you design yourself a very simple leaflet. And you can do that yourself. You don't need a graphic designer. In fact, I think you're better off not having a graphic designer, because I think the way that a graphic designer designs a leaflet is more about how it looks than about what it can actually do for you. And you know your business better than anybody else. You know the benefits that you provide better than anybody else. So I feel that you're the best person to actually design your own leaflets. So what I would do if I was starting all over again is I would design myself a very basic, very simple leaflet. I would then have that leaflet printed. Now, again, if you're lucky enough to have a printer, you can print them yourself at home. If you want to print them both sides, which I recommend, you simply print it once, let the ink dry, turn the paper over, and run it through again on the other side. Very, very simple to do. You know, you get a lot of people saying, oh, but I can't print on both sides, or oh, but I can't do this, or oh, but I can't do that, and coming up with excuses why you can't do things instead of reasons why you can do things. So, print on both sides, which I recommend, but again, starting out, you don't have to. Now, if you don't have access to a printer, there are again a number of places that you can go. You can take your memory stick, or you can take your DVD, or whatever you save your image on, whatever you save your document on. You can take it to the likes of Staples. You can take it to some of the shops on the high street. Take it to a friend, a family member, and have them printed. And to start off, you only need to print a number, a small number of these leaflets. Now, if you do it the way that I recommend, and the way I suggest inside of the member area, where you take an A4 sheet and you divide it in quarter, you then have 4 leaflets per A4 sheet. So, it doesn't take a large number of A4 sheets before you have a nice bundle of leaflets to deliver. Now, that's the starting point. So you've created a leaflet that you can distribute. It doesn't have to be pretty, as long as it says what it does, as long as you have a decent offer on it, as long as you have all the relevant details, the contact details, some form of credibility, i.e. your membership logo for whichever organisation you belong to. You have that on there, contact details, and a call to action. You tell them what to do. You tell them what you want them to do. Call me now. Put your name on it to make it familiar, make it comfortable for them. And the fact that it's not all glossy and shiny will work in your favour, for the simple reason that people will believe it's a local man looking for some local work, which of course it is. But that's the first part. You've designed your leaflet, you've had your leaflet printed. Oh, by the way, print it on some kind of coloured paper, fluorescent or bright orange. I like bright orange. I use bright orange with black ink, and that works very well for me. But the idea is to be attention grabbing. When it goes through that letterbox, you want people to be able to see it and identify it. So that's the leaflet designed and printed. Now you need to deliver it. Now, most people, when it gets to this point, this is where they fall over. This is where they fail. This is where they fall down, because they go out and they pick a street and they'll go through the street and they'll deliver 100 leaflets, 300 leaflets, 500 leaflets, and they just drop. And they think because they've delivered that number of leaflets, they should get some kind of a response. And that's not how it works. You need to be quite targeted about your leaflets. You need to think about, where are you most likely to get a response from? Who is most likely to use your services and pay you what you want to be paid for it? So, depending on the type of work that you're after, you're looking for homes or houses that have skips outside where there's work going on. You're looking for homes or houses that there's evidence that the people have either just moved in or are about to just move out. So estate agent signage, for sale boards or sold boards, that type of thing. So then instead of actually delivering leaflets to properties that aren't going to use your services, you're delivering to properties that may use your services. So you don't waste time and you don't waste leaflets and you don't waste effort on the type of properties that are not likely to use the services. I'm hoping that's making some kind of sense to you. Because the more targeted you are with a short or a small number of leaflets, the better response you're going to get. And of course, then once the work starts to come in, and it will if you target leaflet properly, once the work starts to come in, then you reinvest that to do some more leafleting. And then when some more work comes in, you reinvest that and you do some local magazine advertising. And that's how you build it up, and that's how you start to promote your business locally. So in answer to the question, what would I do if I had to start all over again? If you dropped me in a brand new town tomorrow, that's exactly what I would do. So until the next time, continue to learn and grow, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi, I'm James DeWarn, founder of My Electricians Toolbox and the author of the S.P.A.R.K.S Blueprint to Marketing for Local Trades. If you've enjoyed this video, why don't you pop over to jdewarn.com and take advantage of our free marketing training for electricians. I look forward to seeing you over there.